Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to do a gameplay review from T Diggity. Thank you T Diggity for your submission in the gameplay submissions channel in the community Discord. We're just going to be going through T Diggity's comp game here, what he did well, what he could improve on, and just give some overall thoughts, kind of break down what happened during this game and see where he can improve. So thank you again T Diggity for being courageous enough to put your gameplay in front of everybody, and thank you guys for supporting. We're gonna be nice to him today. Let's see where he's going. So let me restart the game. So he's playing Clash. So now one thing here, because we're playing Clash, not really going to be an objective-based mode. This is going to be a pretty slow match. You do actually have a pretty solid team comp here. You've got yourself on Void Titan, very nice. Night Stalker here, and then you also have a Void Warlock. So like a solid team comp all around. It seems like you're using a Fatebringer and I think it's a duality right there, just from that icon. So pretty solid loadout here. Let's just see what you do here. Kind of work yourself towards the right. I think I'm trying to get that special aim. But challenge the sniper. Good damage. Good nade is kind of push him off that angle. Teammate gets a nice kill. And you're moving towards the right. Solid damage. As you work yourself towards middle. Staying with your team, which is really nice. Being conscious of the radar pings. You do notice that there is a radar ping. You can't see it here because of the your ADS, but you recognize that there is someone split. Now, usually what happens in Clash is you push really fast and get a team wipe. Obviously, not all the kills are going to happen at the same time. So usually if you get a team wipe, the whole team is not going to be together. One person's usually going to be split away from the other two teammates. And so I know you're solo queuing in this comp match, but you did a good job recognizing that someone is split up, so you're going to challenge him instead of the 2v2. You got some good damage there. Trying to clean it up with the primary, and that's a solid trade. Now, I think your teammates may have been too far away to look at the radar and recognize that this guy you killed was split, but you did a good job looking around and challenging him instead. Because if you went with your teammates and fought the other two people, this guy would have had a really solid flank and would have done some good damage to you guys. But that was a nice trade from yourself. Let's see, your teammate dies. And then see, you're moving towards Mocking Frog there so you guys can team up. You guys should be waiting a little bit for your third teammate to challenge. One thing I'm going to notice and break down right here. You do have a really nice angler here on this high ground. You even got some good shots off right here. If you play this corner here, I know your teammate's trying to get shot, so you're dropping down and try to help him. But again, you have a pretty strong power position. If you backed up a little bit towards the back of that ledge here, kind of where my cursor is, you may have had view of these guys as they were shooting your teammate. Plus, your teammate, your third teammate who just spawned is probably behind your teammate who's getting shot right now. So you guys would have been able to team shot him down, but now you're kind of in the open with nowhere really to go in terms of cover because you don't have a barricade. You're kind of in front of these two people who are challenging right now, so there's not really a whole good chance to challenge right there. You were in your scope a little bit there too. I don't know if this guy was invisible maybe. He kind of snuck up there, but if you're ADSing in and out, you may have noticed that this guy was trying to flank up from the little stairs glass, trying to jump up back here. So a little bit unfortunate, but I think that's just because your teammate was a little bit staggered there. Your teammate gets a nice trade to make it 4-6. You're walking up. I notice again you're kind of by yourself. You do see the sniper. I imagine you're going to try flinching him here. You are by yourself though. You do have some cover to work with, so again, playing your life here, maybe flinching the sniper once or twice is not a bad idea. Good damage on the sniper. Good job working yourself towards cover, reloading. Teammate gets picked. Good job of rotating again towards your teammate. Oh, but you choose to reach out in the back. I like that you're crouching. I noticed that you're crouching a good amount when you're taking those angles close to the pillar. A little bit unfortunate you got gunned, but it happens. But I do like that you were crouching a little bit more. Sometimes those primary fights are 50-50, so you were a little bit in the open, but it was just a nice 3-tap from enemy. As you work up again, you're kind of by yourself. Again, they do have an invis player, so he could be riding around here. You don't have a radar ping, but that could be because he's invisible. You may have to deal with a player here, but again, your teammates are kind of far away from you, so if they do collapse on you, you're not going to have a whole lot of options to deal with them. That guy just hit a crazy snipe. I mean, there's nothing in that situation that you're currently in to avoid that. But again, I think you, if you had waited for your teammates there to spawn up and try to push with you, the sniper may have looked somewhere else, which may have prevented you from getting sniped. But that sniper there is just a great shot. There's nothing too much you could have done there in that situation. Teammates get 2 nice kills. That's really good. Your goal right now should be trying to group up with them and control the heavy ammo, which seems to be doing. Nice shots from yourself, T-Diggity. Gotta try saying that 10 times. That's good shield. Keep some presence in mid. And you notice that guy on the left is by himself. It's a solid grenade. Your teammate gets picked. Really, you should be focusing to find a new position here because your shield is going to break soon. Good job backing up there. And you should be trying to group towards your teammate, but you do kind of get pinched. That is kind of the unfortunate thing about this map, is that there are so many different angles that you can be shot from. You were the last alive, basically, so it's not really your fault that you got pinched here, but because you did do the thing, or group back here, but again, it's kind of hard to deal with multiple angles, especially on this map. Your teammates are fighting the 2v1. This guy's kind of making a mistake. He's not really... He's kind of challenged by himself, so he may be at disadvantage. You are really far challenging with your hand cannon. You're not going to get too much meaningful damage. You do notice the radar ping close. Good job pulling out your shotgun. He's kind of all over the place. Half damage. It's a little bit unlucky. You did get him weak for your teammate, though, as your teammate cleans him up, so... You may have lost the one there, but you did help your teammate get the cleanup. And then your other teammate trades. So you guys are down 4. We're like around halfway to your super. Walking up. I like how you're not playing too far up. Nice shot right there. Missed the shotgun. It's okay. Good job playing the head, the stairs cover right there. That was really nice instead of walking up too aggressively. Because there is 2 more people back there because he got rezzed. Now, one thing I will say is, I know he got res right there, so he's not going to have any special ammo. But since you yourself don't have any special ammo, jumping up like this when there's potentially 2 people to deal with is very, very risky. It is good, though, that your teammate, and you got some good team shots there, but again, risky to jump up like that when you don't have any special ammo to potentially defend yourself from a person with like a shotgun or like a fishing rifle or something. So again, good job controlling mid. Being able to control mid is really important. Good shots right there on this map because you want to be able to control the heavy. And you also are able to dictate where the enemy spawns if you get a kill by pushing up. Because the spawns in this game are based on the positioning of your team relative to the enemy team. Unfortunate. A little bit whiff shots right there, but that's okay. So when you're at mid and you get a kill, you can usually push one side of the map to prevent another teammate from spawning together. So having mid control is very important. Good job working yourself back towards heavy. You should be playing cover a little bit tighter here. You're getting shot. And then you have another person on the flank. Can we go back actually and replay that engagement one more time? Let me move up a little bit. So your teammate gets a trade. You are working yourself up towards... There's no radar ping on the left. But realistically, as you see these 2 people, you should just be trying to run away instead of fighting. One, because you just revived this guy, so he's going to have a giant overshield. So it's going to take more than 3 shots from your hand cannon to actually deal with this person. And you don't know where the third person is. He does eventually wrap around to fight you, but if I was in your position right here, I'd probably try to run away. Maybe your shoulder charge or something, and get back into cover because it's going to be really difficult to deal with multiple players here, especially when they have overshields. They do grenade, you can get pinched. Your teammate does follow up on your damage a little bit, so you do end up helping towards a trade. Teammate loses a 1. Again, we should be probably trying to wait for your teammates to spawn. I know you were trying to like probably work towards Pill Dill right there, but in a situation like this where he's 1 against 3 players, you should just assume that he's just gonna die because it's very difficult to deal with like the utility of 3 players. They're gonna like slowly ability him out, hold their primaries, and really you don't really have the TTK as a single player to deal with 3 players at once. So realistically in this situation, you should probably just be waiting for this teammate to spawn, him to die, and then you can group up with him. The one problem with that is that they're gonna get heavy, but there's really no way for you yourself as a solo player to be contesting heavy against 3 players. So really, the best option is to group up with your other two teammates to deal with potentially the team that has heavy right there. So again, you're kind of going to be in a 3v1 here. As your teammate does spawn behind you, you're waiting, which is really nice, being able to contest heavy right there. Good 3-tap right there. Really, really clutch kill right there. Dealing with the person with heavy. But again, that was a little risky, simply because you didn't really have much health there. Or help there. It was a nice kill, though, on them, though. Good damage. Really good damage. Keep playing that corner. Good slide. That was a nice little cleanup there. And good damage on the other one. Really nice shots there coming from UT Diggity to clean up that kill. Those kills right there. Now, you do notice that they do have a Dawnblade here. You guys did a great job collapsing on this third person. And so now, they're probably going to spawn together. So you push up. So really right now, you guys just got this body right here. What you guys should be trying to do is push up into their spawn while you have the numbers advantage. And what that's going to do is prevent this guy from spawning with their team who's back with the other two players. And when you do that, I believe the respawn timer is around 5 seconds. Once you, you can count mentally into your head once this body's down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because if you push up far enough here, the other guy, this guy, is going to spawn behind you guys, and then you three can turn around and just collapse on the solo player again. And you guys can keep doing that back and forth, back and forth. That's kind of how you get that snowball momentum in the game of Clash and keep the pace of play up. Because obviously it's going to slow down when it's 3 players against 3 players. But if you can keep singling out the solo guy, you're going to have a better chance of snowballing those kills. But you and your team did a good job pushing that. Good damage on the sniper, good shots. That sniper's out in the way too open. For too long, you did a nice job punishing him, and a good shots there to clean him up. Again, try to push towards this spawn so that they don't all spawn together. You're doing a good job pushing towards that. I see you're trying to throw the super of the Dawnblade. A little bit unfortunate. Now, because you can't actually see the Dawnblade, I mean, you can see it's popping, but it's not, clearly in your line of sight. You remember, you do have the suppressing shoulder charge because you are on Sentinel Titan. You have a couple options here. You either could have used your shoulder charge to run away to your team, maybe. I don't know if that probably would have been a good idea just because you pop it so close. Or what you could have done, instead of throwing your super, is try to jump down or wait till he jumps up and then shoulder charge him, suppressing the Dawnblade. Now, it would be a 50-50. It's not a guarantee that you would have landed the suppressing shoulder charge. But I think it would have been better than popping the super here because really when you're popping your super, there's no one in your clear line of sight to throw the axes. Especially since the axes, they don't have a super large, radius of damage. It's not like if you throw it at the ground, it's gonna, immediately... It doesn't have, a giant explosion. So I think potentially saving your axes for a better situation would have been a little bit more valuable. But you throw the axes, which is okay. It's kind of like a knee-jerk reaction when you see the super pop. And so, again, this Invis guy was kind of ratting around the corner, so you were kind of caught in the open. Teammate does get a nice trade actually on the Dawnblade. That's pretty huge, keeping the score, your guys' score up. Your teammate did a bad job not running away, so now he just gets collapsed on 3v1. Realistically, now you guys still have the lead. Try to group up with this third teammate because it doesn't seem like they're pushing you guys super fast. So you guys, he should spawn with you guys. Challenge the sniper from a little bit too far, right there. I can tell you in a definitely a higher comp lobby, the chance of you getting sniped there would definitely be a lot higher, especially when you don't have the range to really flinch him as much. You just saw your hand cannon hit him for 15 damage. So I'm glad you only shot him once and kind of ran away instead of re-challenging him. That was good. Good damage on him. Good tap. Again, you are kind of by yourself. You're in your radar or in your scope for a while, so you're not going to be super aware. Still in your scope as he runs at you. Good shots. Good job holding out your primary as well, not switching to your shotgun. Good gun right there. Teammate gets a nice spectral. And really, a good super is, as long as you don't die and get at least one kill without dying, I'd say is a good super. Because that can help you get map control. And unfortunate, you were kind of caught in the open. There wasn't really much cover for you to work with. I guess potentially you could have maybe slid over to the left to get away from this guy, but I think he would still have been in the open. So really, you're kind of stuck in a really disadvantaged situation because let me go back so you can actually see your position. This guy has a huge advantage being able to peek shot around this corner. He might be actually a little bit farther around this wall. So in this, he can kind of dictate like the pace of the actual hand cannon duel, where you're kind of just like stuck at his mercy because he has the cover and you don't. So you were kind of just caught in the open there. It's a little bit unfortunate. You guys should be okay, though. You guys still have a 5-point lead. Your teammate has a nice Nova Bomb, and your teammate gets a nice kill, so... not bad. You guys are still in a good spot here. That Arc Staff is definitely going to come up soon. I don't know... I don't think he's gotten his tether yet, but... good job picking up heavy. Again, I kind of... little later than that. Your teammate gets sniped. You can you definitely look... All you need to do, especially since Sirio is a good kill... you only need 2 kills to win, so realistically, since your teammate died, you should be looking to trade, not run away. Especially since you have the heavy ammo. You did make good use of it right there, perfect. And then you only need 1 more kill. 1 more trade is going to finish the job. Nice damage through heavy, and good cleanup right there, perfect. Do like your exotic choice, by the way. Master the Quiet one, definitely really strong. But definitely a solid match, good win. Well, let's look at the end game. Maybe your end game board doesn't pop up here, but let's see. It doesn't look like it's going to pop up, but great job, T Diggity. Thank you for submitting your video. One thing I did notice that you could improve on is a lot of the times you're chowing in the open with your hand cannon, and so the real big advantage, again, of the hand cannon is peek shotting. I know you probably know this already, but try to put it in practice a little bit more in game. You especially have an advantage when you're peeking from the left side. So like when you're peeking out from like this instead of out like this, you actually have a bigger advantage on the hand cannon because less of your body peeks out. When you peek out from the right, you actually, like your whole shoulder and your kind of your body shows. So try to imagine like peeking from the left gives you more of an advantage, and you had some nice shots as well with your hand cannon. I really did like how you didn't use your special weapon all that much. You really saved it for when they're actually up all in your face. So again, try to work on trying to not be out in the open as much. And if you're, again, in these Clash games, try to look how those spawns, look at how to control the spawns. I did point out in a couple examples in the match how you guys got that first kill on one guy, and he was really split off from his teammates, pushing up towards the other 2 players, not committing to the fight, but then turning around to single out the solo player because, again, if you push up super close to the other 2 players, third player is not going to spawn with them, so you can go turn around and then deal with that third player. But thank you, T Diggity, again for the submission. And guys, if you want your gameplay review to be looked at as well, I'll leave a link to the Discord for you guys to check out. There's a gameplay submissions channel where you guys can submit your comp matches like this. But thank you, T Diggity, and I'll catch you guys next time.